Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. My name's Zach.
My name's Hayden.
We have a good one for you today.
Yeah,
but
we
first,
do. Oh, good.
playing Family Feud style.
Huh?
Listen,
Okay.
this is a great story to the end. I was kind of blown away by this.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'll give you three things to name. Just maybe make it easy. But I need the top three answers on the board. Something that makes you think of holidays, like the holiday season.
Do you know these answers? Like it was
Yeah.
on Family Feud?
Yeah.
Oh, so something that makes me think of a holiday
Yeah.
season. Any holiday.
Like the holiday season.
So this
What is-
could be
What is,
Halloween.
what is
this
the
junk
holiday
could be-
season to you?
Is music on there?
No, I don't remember. Yeah.
You don't remember the top
number
three?
one? Ding ding ding. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I just want to see. I just want to see if you'll say the answer that I'm thinking. That.
Oh, okay.
So basically, in my head, holiday season is from like fall to the end of the, like. After,
Okay, that's what we're saying.
That's what
All
I
right,
think.
well,
Is that what you think? Is that what you thought?
I thought you were talking about any holiday seasons or something.
Like, what gets you in the holiday spirit?
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Okay. I would say number one, top three for me is music.
Okay.
Just because, like I said, music
You're good,
is
yeah.
very
Yeah,
you know,
Christmas music. Holiday.
Christmas music. There's music that kind of reminds you of. I don't know, it's kind of
Creepy, spooky,
creepy, spooky stuff. Like there's things like that, or like even like 4th of July. There's like music like that is normally played around that time.
Okay.
You know, like there's music that's normally played around certain holidays, whether all of it's actually about the holiday or not.
Okay.
They're
yeah.
just music reminds you of certain times in your life or seasons of holiday.
Right.
And
Okay.
so music is up there. I would say like weather.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, like the colder it gets, normally like the more like
Holiday seasoning, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes, like the colder it gets, the more it feels like Christmas to me and
Okay,
Thanksgiving.
Cool. What else?
And then probably sports.
Okay. So none of those were the things I was thinking.
Well, maybe I'm just like not.
But I'm about
thinking
to
when
I'm
you
about to
say
put
something.
I'm about to put it like right on your nose now. Think of a drink.
A drink, hot
Yeah.
chocolate.
Keep going. Holiday season. What drink is like blasted everywhere at the holiday season?
Coffee because it's colder.
Keep going.
Coffee, hot chocolate, eggnog. What?
Eggnog, bro?
I mean, doesn't it have alcohol in it?
I don't know. All right, so you kind of disproved my point, sadly. So basically, I was at this thing last night. We were playing Family Feud with a group of people, and we were playing against other people. Family Feud, buzzer, all the things, right? Our guy gets it. We play it. Troy gets it. We play it. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, that's the questions. Name something that puts you in the holiday spirit. Right. So all the things you said were named, whatever. Maybe football wasn't named, but whatever. So I'm like, oh yeah, I got a good one. And I think once you hear it, it'd be like, oh, bruh, I would think that's great too.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's just like,
It's not good,
no, it's good. It's just very Thanksgiving specific.
but it's the holiday season. Like the holiday season starts like.
But yeah, you said what gets me like ready for the holiday season, not Thanksgiving. So like the whole vibe. So like
Okay, so tell me about eggnog. That's Christmas.
I mean, yeah, but
Somehow the answer
Christmas is the dominant holiday. That's why I'm sorry.
Well, somehow pumpkin spice went on there because you hear about the pumpkin spice lattes, the pumpkin rolls.
To
Like
me,
pumpkin flavored stuff is everywhere.
hot chocolate is the most elite drink category for this, mainly because it gets cold.
Either way,
Even
that
in
wasn't
Florida,
on there.
Around hot chocolate wasn't?
Do you want to know what was on there, dog?
Wait, hot chocolate wasn't?
No. Do you know what was on there?
Hold
And this
up,
is
hold
no
up, wait,
shot
wait,
to
no.
whoever
No, it's a shot.
It's
Hot
not.
chocolate wasn't on it?
Listen. You know what drink was on there?
No.
You said it.
I said it?
Eggnog, bro.
Oh, eggnog was on there over hot chocolate?
And pumpkin spice, bro.
Nah, that's crazy word. Hot chocolate is the
I don't
best.
think hot chocolate was on there.
If hot chocolate wasn't on there, that's like literally. I mean, like, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. There's a lot of things I could say about that. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
No, it was good. They did a good
You know what they say? If
game
you don't have
and
any
everything.
nice things to say, don't say anything at all. So I'm gonna say a lot of things. No, I'm kidding.
No, I was just absolutely floored by like.
Well, no, it just like
I thought pumpkin spice was like that, bro. Like pumpkin spice.
It is. It's just
pumpkin
like
spice.
the reason hot chocolate is good though.
No, I get it. Like I wouldn't have been mad at hot chocolate being over pumpkin spice, but eggnog over pumpkin
No, I
spice
know,
is
that's-
absolutely bonkers.
Well, all right. Eggnog is more of like a. When it comes to drink, people think more of eggnog.
Not me, bro. I ain't never thought of eggnog in my life.
Well, all right. So I love Daddy's Home too, and she gives the two girls. She lets them have eggnog, and then they go do the nativity scene, and then the girl's drunk, sitting on being the angel, and falls off of it. So that's why I think about eggnog more than I think about.
Not even for the drink, but for a movie.
Yes, it's because of a movie, but now I think about eggnog and I relate it to Daddy's Home too, which I relate to Christmas, which is a holiday season. So like,
No, bro.
if I wouldn't have seen that movie, I might would have not thought about eggnog.
Maybe I'm just like, I don't know.
You're also different. This like eggnog has been around longer, I'm pretty sure, than pumpkin spice.
But I don't ever see a commercial for eggnog.
Because everyone knows about it. You don't ever see a commercial for Lamborghini. Everyone just knows
Yeah,
that
because
it's
their target
Lamborghini.
market's not sitting on the couch or whatever they
Yeah,
used
I
to
know.
say. Like,
Well, it's like their target market in watching commercials. Sadly, they're out there getting wasted. Like that's eggnog's target market. Like, that's why they just sell it. These people are too like out of it to watch the stuff. So it's like, it's just, yeah. But
oh, that was great.
yeah, no, I think hot chocolate should be up there mainly because it gets cold around Thanksgiving time, obviously too. So like, and even in Florida, it gets cold around Thanksgiving time. Like it was in the low 30s last week. So, you talking about, bro? I could barely walk outside, bro. It was freezing. So like,
Ain't walking outside today.
I'm not hiding from the camera. I'm hiding from the weather, bro. But like, yeah, up north it gets colder around this time. So like, it even gets cold close to Halloween up north. So like, hot chocolate can be throughout all of those holidays. But yeah, no, I would not have thought of. Yeah,
Thought of what?
pumpkin spice.
Really? That's crazy. I thought pumpkin spice was more out there.
Now that you say it, it's like, but like to me, like I'm not like I don't drink things that are pumpkin spice. I eat things that are, so I wouldn't have thought about it as much. Like I eat the little pumpkin roll things or stuff like that, but I hate drinks that are flavored with pumpkin. It's so disgusting to me. I love pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin roll stuff. I love like the smell of pumpkin spice, but like in a drink, I don't like it. It's like if you just like.
I mean, I don't drink either one of them. It was just like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously I don't drink eggnog, so it's like, which is crazy. I'm old enough I could now, but like I don't. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's wild, bro. The fact that hot chocolate was not mentioned, we need to verify this. With
Here was another question. Troy botched this one. What is something your parents would argue over? Money, financial decisions, like something like that.
Yeah, a lot of financial stuff. Yeah, to me that's the.
Jude says dinner.
Like, what do you
We're
like?
gonna argue over dinner.
Like over what you're gonna eat?
Yeah, like dinner.
I mean, that one's not crazy.
You're gonna get in an argument with your spouse about dinner?
You've never been in a situation where you really want some type of food? Like, what if she wants something completely different? Like, it's just
I ain't about to argue with her about it. Like, hey, bro.
I know I'm not about to argue, but like, I don't really care about. Well, also I have the specification of what I already have to eat, anyways. But like, I'm not about to argue about it. But some people that just care more about that, or that just ride in, or whatever, I don't know. They might argue about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was crazy. I mean, it wasn't a bad question or bad answer. It was just out of all the things you could have said.
Yeah, to me, the first thing that comes to mind is anything to do with finances. Like, what you're buying, why you shouldn't buy this, or why you should buy this, or like how to spend your money, or what to or that could where it come up. Like, I want to eat out, but to me the root argument would be finances, not the fact that we're eating out or not. Like, it'd be more like, yo, bro, we need to save money, so no, you shouldn't eat out. Like, let's eat at the house. So that could kind of be arguing over food, but it'd more so be like because of money, not because of actual food.
Sorry, yeah.
But
yes, that was my.
Sounds like that would have been a fun game to be involved in there.
It was definitely funny. Definitely forgot to tell you that last night.
Yeah, I was like, "What are you talking about, bro?"
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, so that's the question. What would you think of?
Yeah.
And tell me if I'm like completely just bonkers on pumpkin spice, or
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying for me, I don't I don't relate it to drinks as much as I do like smells and like foods. Yeah. So that's why I wouldn't have thought about it. Not because of it.
Maybe it ain't that much of a drink. I don't know. I just
it is. It is. But
anyways.
Yeah.
So if you guys have been keeping along, we just finished.
All the white girls in the comments. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Zach. Slay, Zach. Like, eat it up. Pumpkin spice. He knows us. That's my love language. Like, all the white girls that watch this are gonna be so logged in, bro.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah.
Yeah.
The less and less melanin, the more comments. Like, I promise you, bro. Like, that's exactly how this is gonna be.
Anyways,
spies.
So if you've been following along, you know we just went through the Book of James. Great series. Hope you guys have watched it or had the chance to go back and watch it. I feel like it was great and beneficial. We decided we're gonna go through Colossians for the next couple episodes. We got 4 episodes of it. We're kind of stuck between 2. And we just felt God told us to do this one.
Yeah, like verbally. Sorry, not.
Yeah,
I'm feeling silly right now.
Sorry. Yeah, so that's where we're at now. So if you have any questions, just freeze. Just like.
What?
I mean, like, you remember back when, I don't know. Like, maybe you were scrolling Instagram or TikTok or something, and then, like, a low battery sign would pop up, and you'd, like, hit it.
Click it, yeah.
It's like, I got you, and just, like, do that. We didn't freeze, bro. We're still here. So.
Can't freeze, bro. It's in Florida.
Praise God. All right. So, Colossians was written by Paul. Right? So this is like the first 8 verses of Colossians 1. I'm just going to give you a quick summary. So Paul is writing to Colossae. Basically, Paul's in prison. Mm-hmm. How did you say his name? Epaphras, bro? Epaphras, I forgot. So Epaphras is a guy that started the church in Colossae. Epaphras was somebody that worked with Paul quite a bit. And so Paul is writing this letter to the people of Colossae, and he's never been there, and he's currently in prison. Right? So Epaphras speaks to Paul, tells Paul, he tells him about how good and how faithful they're being. So Paul begins to write this letter.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. And that's basically what it is. And that's why 9, when you're going to read it, starts off with "for this reason" also. Yeah. That's kind of the context. The church is doing well.
Yeah.
Heard the message of the gospel, and they're actually staying faithful to it, which, if you read any of Paul's letters, it is a rare thing. Most of it's like heresy. Like, Paul, God may not be the lightning bolt God, but Paul is the lightning bolt apostle, my boy.
Hey, my boy's locked in.
He be going crazy.
All right, so I hope that was a quick enough summary, not to take too much time on it. So, starting in verse 9, prayer for spiritual growth. For this reason, also, so going back to what I just said, Paul obviously writing to these people because he was told how good they're doing. Mm-hmm. Since the day we heard this, we haven't stopped praying for you. We are asking that you may be filled with the knowledge of his will and all wisdom and spiritual understanding, so that you may walk worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing to him, bearing fruit in every good work and growing in the knowledge of God, being strengthened with all the power according to his glorious might, so that you may have great endurance and patience, joyfully giving thanks to the Father who has enabled you to share in the saints' inheritance and in light. He has rescued us from the domain of darkness and transferred us into the kingdom of the Son he loves. In him we have redemption, the forgiveness of sin. So I think right here is like a bunch, kind of.
Yeah, I think before we get into 13 and 14, which would probably be, I guess, the main thing, I guess, that we would look at, you know how, like, a lot of people ask those kind of, like, rhetorical, like, what-if questions? Or, like, what would it look like if we did this or this? Like, I like in verse 10, after he's talking about, praying for him, obviously, and, like, what he wants them to do. What would it look like, or what does it look like? And it kind of gives some descriptive, like, things to do. But what would it look like to walk worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing him? Like, what a challenge. Like, and yes, obviously it says, bearing fruit in every good work, growing in the knowledge of God, being strengthened with all power, according to his glorious might, having endurance, patience, joyfully giving thanks. Like, it looks like all these things, but it's like, what a challenge to walk worthy of the Lord. Like, what if we woke up every day and we're like, man, what would it look like to walk worthy of him, living to please him in everything that I do? I thought that was like a really... I think if we got up and thought about that every morning, we'd probably live a lot differently.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like that. Did you want to start? Do you want me to?
No, you have it.
All right, so, so for me, a lot of this like scoops around, connects in a way. So, so obviously, in order for you to follow Jesus, you have to be strengthened. It's not by your strength, but through strength, the strength that He gives you, and according to His glorious might. Like that's the only power that He can give you. And then with that, you have great endurance and patience because you have to be endurance. You have to have great endurance if you're going to follow Jesus and also spread Jesus. Because following Jesus doesn't come without spreading the love of Jesus. Like that's comes what it is. Patience, people. Being in the Jesus business, you're going to be in the people business. It's just what it is. You can't fully love Jesus and not fully love people. Right? Like there's no way to do that. Because
that's the greatest two commandments.
You
gotta love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Like Jesus said, two most important ones. So,
that's what I'm saying. It's like you can't love people or love Jesus and not love people because Jesus is literally in the people business. And if you love that, you have to love people.
Yeah, you can't disconnect those two things.
Joyfully giving thanks to the Father who has enabled you to share in the saints' inheritance in the light. Even in just that, it's like, okay, so what am I doing exactly? I'm giving thanks to the Father because He's allowed me to share in this inheritance.
Yeah.
He's rescued me from the domain of darkness, right? Sin, the world, terrible place.
Mm-hmm.
And then He transferred me into the kingdom of the Son He loves. So that's just crazy. And then, like, the most comforting verse in this script, like this part right here, in Him we have redemption, the forgiveness of sin.
Yeah.
Right? Because while we were living in that kingdom of darkness, we were broken, shameful, all the things that lead across it. And not that we change when that happens. Like, we're still sinful, we're still broken, all the things, but, like, He allows us to be forgiven of sin.
Mm-hmm.
He allows us to walk in this light. So he took us out of the darkness, put us into the transfer portal, and we ended up in the light.
Yeah.
Because of His Son. So.
Yeah, I really like it. I think kind of how we talked about, like, salvation takes humility. And that's kind of what to me, 13 shows he rescued us. Well, normally a rescue implies that there's something bad going on you have to be saved from. And in this equation, the bad thing is you. It's your sin. Like, you have to be saved from yourself. And I think that's just like I said, we talked about it before, humility. That's why it takes humility to be saved. And that's why God gives grace to the humble but opposes the proud. It's because they won't submit to him. Submission takes humility and understanding that you need to be rescued. If you don't think you need to be rescued, then why would you want to be rescued? You're not in a spot of rescue. You're already metaphorically good. But yeah, I mean, I 13 is really, I mean, it's literally the gospel. It's the greatest exchange of all time. Because transfer, like when we talk about the transfer portal, kind of like how you said, like almost naturally in our mind, anyone who knows not just college football, college sports in general nowadays, like transfer portal doesn't always imply this like exchange. It could just imply that a player enters the portal and goes to somewhere else. This was a transfer, one thing for another. Like this would be like if one school had a good quarterback, one school had a good receiver, and we traded. Except, like, I was a terrible bench player, and Jesus is the star QB, and he's like, you know what, bro? I'll go to like this poverty school for you here. You can go to Georgia. You can go to Bama. You can go to Ohio State. Like the good schools. Obviously, I'm not gonna name Florida.
I was waiting for it, bro.
No,
I
wasn't gonna name
you
Florida.
better not.
But like that's what it is. So it's this transfer. It's not this transfer portal that we see in college strictly in the sense of like I get to go wherever I want to at the expense of nothing.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to the premier college because the starter star quarterback there said, hey, bro, there's not a spot on the roster. It's okay. I'll go to the G6, like the G5, G6 school. Like, we're good. We can figure it out. And, like, that's what the exchange is.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think that's really good. And then in him we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. Like, that's where all of it flows from. If you want to be forgiven of your sin, there's redemption, but it's in him. There is nothing you could do. It kind of goes to that, I don't know how to say it without sounding like theological, but like total depravity. Of like we are totally helpless, totally cooked, totally like lost, totally broken. Okay, but we have redemption. We have forgiveness of sins in him, and we can find it there. So, yeah, I mean, it's the gospel, and obviously there's a lot more gospel coming up, but it's really good. So, yeah. All right. 15. This one's titled The Centrality of Christ. A lot of good stuff in this next, 5 verses, by the way. He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. For everything was created by him in heaven and on earth, the visible and the invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and by him all things hold together. He is also the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, so that he might come to have first place in everything. For God was pleased to have all his fullness dwell in him, and through him to reconcile everything to himself, whether things on earth or things in heaven, by making peace through his blood shed on the cross. Yeah, that's just... yeah, you want to know who Jesus is and what his purpose is, and just an identity verses section for him, 15 through 20. Like, I like starting in 15. Like, I feel like we very naturally like separate God from Jesus and act like they're two very different characters in the Bible. Like, God's the Old Testament lightning bolt guy, and Jesus is the New Testament smiley, cupcakes and roses, die for me person. Like, but it says he's the image of the invisible God. Like, they're one. And so, if you want to know who God is, well, he put on flesh. Like, there's about 4 books in the first part of the New Testament that walk directly through his life and everything that he did. And so, like, God is not this mysterious figure that sits on a throne that we don't know anything about, and that all we get to hear about him is when he speaks in a burning bush or something crazy, like, or speaks through a cloud. Like, he put on flesh.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus is the image of the invisible God. And so there's a lot of ways you can know God's character and get to see who he is in the Old Testament. But if you want to see God for real, he put on flesh and lived here for about 33 years. So, yeah, if you want to know more about God, look at him when he lived here. Sadly, we killed him, but, you know, look at him while he was here. So, I like that part a lot.
Yeah. I kind of, for me, it was more like, I mean, obviously, what you're saying, but the thing that stuck out to me was through him, everything was, through him to reconcile everything to himself. Whether the things on earth or things in heaven, by making peace through his blood.
Yeah.
Like, there was a centerpiece missing between us and God, between other things and like whatever. But it was like Jesus, or even the things like the centrality of Christ. It's like Jesus was the center between us and Jesus, like, or God. He was the reason that we're able to do all this. And
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, to reconcile everything to himself.
Mm-hmm.
And whether things on earth, so like on earth, I guess us, like, we had no shot.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we don't. I mean, yeah, you could maybe like walk like the Old Testament, but it's like,
that's the whole point. That's what
That's the
what Paul
whole point.
talks about. Like, the law was made to reveal your sin, not to save you from it.
right.
Like, you can't do it. You are absolutely cooked. If he didn't reconcile, like you just read, everything to himself and make peace by his bloodshed on the cross, then there is no peace. We aren't reconciled, and we are absolutely cooked. And then in these next few verses, you'll see how we're actually viewed by God when
Yeah.
we're not in Christ.
Yeah, and so like I said, I mean, I think the biggest things for me was like through his bloodshed on the cross, because without that,
That's it.
there's there's
That's
nothing
what
else.
it comes down to.
So
Yeah, I like that. Like, we weren't reconciled by us. We weren't reconciled
like
by
Zach
anything.
didn't do nothing. Hayden
There was
didn't do
no
nothing.
Hayden or Zach reconciliation in this.
It was like-
this equation.
I needed somebody to speak on my behalf. J-Dog stepped up.
Jesus
J-Dog.
plus Jesus equals salvation. There is no Hayden on here. I just get to be the benefit.
It
of
just
that
like it
equation.
just is like, I don't know, like Jesus equals, like there is like a, I don't know how you make that equation. It's like
we are
Y
not,
equals 1, and it's like Jesus equals Jesus. Like Jesus
we're-
is plugged everywhere.
Jesus equals salvation. Me equals the benefiter of that. Me had nothing to do. I don't know why I'm talking about Jar Jar Binks right now. Me had nothing to do with that. Wait, no, not Jar Jar. Wait a second.
Okay, yeah,
How does he talk?
we're gonna keep going.
Misa has nothing to do with salvation. Like, that's what he
Oh
talk.
gosh.
Jar Jar Binks is so funny.
Wow.
But yeah, no, that's ultimately what it comes down to. Like, there's a reason we aren't brought up in verse 20 when it talks about basically salvation and reconciliation, is because we have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, Christ is who reconciles us. He is who makes us right in God's sight. He is who tore the veil, who tore the curtain to bridge the gap. It's nothing we could do, or else he wouldn't have came. There would have been no visible image of the invisible God, because he wouldn't have had to put on flesh. We could have just followed the 613 laws or whatever it is and been chilling. We can't do that. And that's why we're not mentioned in this rescue mission, other than the fact that we're the ones that get rescued. We have nothing to play in it. We're just sitting cooked, and Jesus just scoops us up. Like, yeah. I also like, real quick before we move on, verse 17. It's a really good confidence verse. It says, he is before all things, and by him all things hold together. Like, we kind of, what?
No, I was reading.
You look like really confused about it.
Well, I was, because like I was like, where's 17 at? And then I realized I wrote on 17. I was like,
Oh, so you can find it?
I was like, when you start reading, yeah, we're good.
But no, verse 17 is really good. He is before all things, and by him all things hold together. And I think that kind of goes back to like the power of prayer, like how we had talked about kind of the end of James. Well, yeah, literally the end of James, James 5. Like when you are praying, you are talking to someone who literally holds all of creation together. Like that's this God that you're talking to. So I think it's just really comforting. Like if you're struggling with anxiety or as you've brought up before, like just struggles of what the future's going to look like as you're about to graduate, like if you're struggling with unknown things in life, or you're struggling with anxiety, or you're struggling with depression, or you're struggling with worry and doubt and fear, he holds all things together, and you can be confident in that. And so this is who you can reach out to and talk to, the God of the universe that holds all things together. This is his positioning. This is his power. This is his strength. He runs the whole show, bro. Like, you can talk to him. You can find comfort and rest in him. And you can be confident, too, that if situations play out in a way you didn't want to, or things look like they're going bad, bro, it's not like he's not holding that part together, too. And so he has a plan. He has a mission. He has a purpose behind everything, because he ultimately, if he just stopped doing his job, everything would all fall apart. We'd all be cooked. Everything would stop running. So, yeah, I think it's really cool. He holds all things together.
Yeah, so I think what's neat is we're about to go into some verses that are pretty solid and kind of like, explain us. So I think I'm gonna stop halfway. I don't know. I'm gonna stop. We're gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Once you were alienated and hostile in your minds, expressed in your evil actions. Like we were cooked. Like that's like. There is no other way to describe us than hostile in our minds and alienated. Like, we don't know who Jesus is. We are lost.
Hostile.
We are like, well, I mean, we showed that when we killed him.
Well, in James, it says, like, hostility towards God when you're living in pride. And we're naturally...
Dude, homeboy just likes talking about hostility, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But yeah.
No, it's cool. It's like a puzzle piece. And so it like connect. Well, we'll get to that in a second. Actually, let's just
No, but we're like.
Well, because yeah.
But that's like the start of the thing. But also, there's like anyways. But now he has reconciled you by his physical body through his death to present you holy, faultless, and blameless before him. So I just keep reading. If indeed you remain grounded and steadfast in the faith, you are not shifted away from the hope of the gospel that you heard. This gospel has been proclaimed in all creation under heaven, and I, Paul, have became a servant of it. So I think again, like just to reconsider this, like this is a letter to people he's never met, but this is a letter to people that he knows is doing well.
Yes.
Because Epaphras told him. Which is the guy he worked with. So.
And that's what they can relate to. He's like, hey, guys, once you were alienated and hostile, don't forget what he's done in your life.
Yeah.
What?
I had no idea what you were saying.
Oh.
Anyways, but yeah. So I think, again, like this is like going back to, like he was telling them what they once were, what we are, what we were. Right? And through Jesus... He's reconciled you because of his physical body through his death to present you holy, faultless, and blameless. And so before you were described as alienated and hostile, and now because of Jesus' death and your belief in Jesus and his death and resurrection, you are now holy, faultless, and blameless before him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's given this reminder that if indeed you remain grounded and steadfast in faith, this gospel has been proclaimed in all creation under heaven. Like this gospel, the gospel itself is literally Jesus came, died, resurrected for our sins, saved us.
Yeah.
Like if you don't forget this, like this is still true for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if, anyway, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I think the Bible's like a cool puzzle piece, especially like, and it's an easy one. It's not a hard puzzle piece. When you're reading in the chapters, sometimes it's hard to connect all these other stuff and all those things from different books if you don't remember them. But at least when you're in chapters like this that are only 20, 30 verses, like it's easy to connect stuff. And so it's like you started off in need of rescue in verse 13, right? And so what does he do? He rescues us from the domain of darkness and transfers us into the kingdom of the Son that he loves. Once before that, before we were rescued, what were we? We were alienated. We were hostile towards God because of our evil actions and the way that we lived. Well, what's the good news? Well, in him we have redemption, back to 14, the forgiveness of sins. And so what he's done for us now is through his death, he has reconciled us, back to 22, to present us holy, faultless, and blameless before him. Like, it's just this, like, cool thing. And even including verse 20, everything now has been reconciled to him and he's made peace. And yes, that's the gospel. That's the good news that starts with bad news, that we were naturally cooked. Like, if you can't accept that, then you're going to have to figure it out, bro. Like, if you can't look at your life and realize...
Set your pride down.
Set your pride down, bro.
Tithe or... No, I'm just kidding.
I knew that was going to come up at some point. But yeah, if you can't accept that, and it's... I don't know... Other than pride, I don't know how you wouldn't be able to accept it. Like, I look at my life...
I think there's more to it than just that, though.
Well, I think ultimately it stems from pride. The reason I wouldn't accept that I'm broken is because I don't want to believe I am.
Yeah.
I don't think you can have an honest look at your life and see the way I see it still even following Jesus, but especially back before, see the way that I treat people, the way that I think about them, the way that I talk, the way that I act, the way that I do things in my life. There's no way that I could not look at that and be like, wow, bro, I'm messed up, dog. Now, would I have maybe related that to God and in being in need of him? No. But there's no way you can analyze your life and genuinely just think, I have it all together all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, I follow Jesus and I don't have it all together all the time.
That's what I'm saying, though.
But also, what I'm about to say is, I think there's kind of like a weird... I do agree with what you're saying, 100%.
Yeah.
But I think, sadly, we live in a world where people don't understand what they're doing is not good.
Yeah.
Because media's cause so much distractions, people, the way they talk, stuff you, like, just random stuff that you know is not right, but people, it's like, well, this is normal. Like, this is what we do.
Pride and ignorance. It's just somehow they've been culturalized to not understand.
But that's what I'm saying. I think there's a little bit more to it than just pride. Like, yes, I think pride is a massive factor, especially for people that have heard about Jesus and still don't follow Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also this, like, well, maybe I just don't believe in him. Like, that's fine, whatever you feel. But also there is that reality that's like, sometimes I don't know if people know they're wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's like, well, if you look at it morally, it's probably not right. But it's like, also, it's like, well, I mean, do we have so many different things in the world today that is just crazy and bonkers?
Speak your truth. Follow your heart.
Live your life. Like,
you got it. Well, what if my truth's different than your truth? How's that work out? It doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what
the
if
thing
my
is
heart's different than your heart?
And I think it's so crazy because, like, there is that aspect of pride, but also it's like that aspect of, like, the devil's just done a great job at separating the world from God.
Mm-hmm.
Again, also, we already know he loses.
Yeah.
But it's just like...
That's a summary of Revelation, by the way.
Yeah, that's
all you need to know.
Sorry.
Don't get caught up in the theology of it. Just Jesus wins, you're good.
Yeah. But it's like he's done a great job at distracting the world from Jesus.
Yeah.
So, and that's where you step in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, he knows that we're all naturally prideful, but he knows that God can really work with that. It's a lot harder, not that God can't, obviously, but even just generically as humans, it's a lot easier to get someone off of their pride, or for someone to come off their pride, than it is for someone to be completely ignorant to something and not have any clue about it and be raised up their whole life and thinking this is a certain way and now have to go away from that. It's like, well, I thought cussing people out was a good thing. This bad? Like, pride is ultimately just a me problem.
Yeah.
Ignorance and thinking that certain things to do are right or wrong is a whole life problem, and everything you do flows from that too. And so, yeah, I think the devil's like, well, even the believers still struggle with pride, but man, if I can just get these people to be ignorant of what's right and wrong, not be prideful in themselves, not think they don't need him, but just be completely oblivious to the fact of who he is or any morality at all. I can run it. Follow your heart. Listen to your truth.
The Bible changes for you.
Yeah.
Like the things like
You can read this verse out of context. It'll apply. I'll even let you hop in the Bible and think it means something for you.
Yeah.
Like.
So what I guess I'm saying is like I agree 100% with you.
Yeah.
What you're saying, but I think that there's also another level to it as well in that aspect of there's just, ignorance. And maybe it's not actual ignorance. Maybe it's just like, I've seen it and I'm just going to close my eyes. So like,
Well, and that could be, that comes back to pride, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But,
so like it's hand in hand, but I think they're both the real thing. And so.
And yeah, I think ultimately though, what's beautiful about this part in Colossians, and then, we can look at this for a second, then we'll hop into the back half. Back like 5 verses.
I was about to say
It's
to
a
the
lot
end.
more. Sorry, guys, we have 28 more verses. This is just the gospel. Like, literally verse 13 all the way through verse 23. I mean, that's just like so like rich with the gospel. We are broken, we are lost, we are hurting, we are messed up. But Christ, he does this cool transfer, and he takes our place, takes on the full wrath of God, takes it like God would, and dies, comes back to life, and now through his blood has reconciled everything to himself and made peace and tore the veil. And now when God looks at us, he sees his son. And that's also, I listened to a commentary on this. We just talked about this a second ago. Just to, like I said, one of the biggest problems with us, I think as a society, but two, something that I'm like learning more, like listening to other people who are further in their faith, is just like not realizing how genuinely broken we are, and like I said, total depravity, like how desperate we need to be for him, because we are nothing without him. Is like it's really easy to get if it just stopped at verse 22, it could get confusing. But now he's reconciled you by his physical body through his death to present you holy, faultless, and blameless before him. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm holy, faultless, and blameless? I'm locked in. Like, I'm vibing. But it says after that, it gives like this dash. So not like a period, not some new sentence completely. If indeed you remain grounded and steadfast in the faith and are not shifted away from the hope of the gospel that you have heard. And so, I think just as a reminder, you are not holy and faultless and blameless by yourself.
Right.
You are alienated and hostile towards God because of your evil actions by yourself. You are only holy, faultless, and blameless in God's eyes if Christ is in you, because that means when he looks at you, he'll see him. You don't want God to look at you and see you, bro, because that junk is bad. We are all cooked, and that's not as a discouragement. That is a reality. The encouragement is that Christ took your place where you should have been. And now when God looks at you, he doesn't have to see you. He sees Christ in you. And so now you are holy, faultless, blameless in his eyes. And the way you keep that, the way you sustain that, is by continuing to have your hope in the gospel, by continuing to believe in him and follow him. And only when Christ is with you are you holy, faultless, and blameless in God's eyes. Because when we aren't with Christ, when we aren't actually following him, when we don't believe in him and put our trust in him, like it says in 21, we're alienated, we're hostile towards God because of our evil actions. We are naturally so messed up and broken, but in Christ, only in Christ, and only because of Christ, we can be holy and faultless and blameless in God's eyes. So, I think that's just a really good reminder. It's easy to see all those words and be like, boy, look at me. Sitting on the pedestal, talking about pride. You start getting on, look at what I'm doing, boy. I'm following Jesus. I've been locked in. Like, nah, bro, that's right where you start getting cooked. So, yeah, it's only by him. It's only, he holds all things together, includes you too. So, if he just let go just a little bit, you'd spiral right out of place. Yeah, that's really good. All right. Paul's ministry, 24 through 29. Now I rejoice in my sufferings for you, and I am completing in my flesh what is lacking in Christ's affliction for his body, that is, the church. I have become its servant, according to God's commission that was given to me for you, to make the word of God fully known, the mystery hidden for ages and generations, but now revealed to his saints. God wanted to make known among the Gentiles the glorious wealth of this mystery, which is Christ in you, the hope of glory. We proclaim him, warning and teaching everyone with all wisdom, so that we may present everyone mature in Christ. I labor for this, striving with his strength that works powerfully in me. Yeah, I really like verse 27, where it says God wanted to make known among the Gentiles. By the way, that's us. If you aren't Jewish, you're a Gentile. So unless you are a Jew watching this, this is who he's talking about. God wanted to make known among, I will just use us right now, because all of our population is American, and I'm pretty sure I know who it is that watches us. Basically, we have about 5 viewers, so us. He wanted to make known among us this glorious wealth of this mystery, and it gives us like build up, like, all right, what's this mystery? And like back in this time, obviously, when he's writing to this church in Colossae, or how would you say that? Colossae, whatever. They're probably reading this letter, and they're like, oh my goodness, mystery? What's this glorious mystery? It's Christ in you, the hope of glory. It's like something that seems like so magnificent and spectacular and crazy and all this amazing stuff is actually so simple and still all those things at the same time. Christ in you. This is the crazy mystery, the crazy thing that he wanted the Gentiles to know, the people that weren't raised up in this faith at this time, the people that were not Jewish and raised with the law and knew the Torah and knew everything that God had done in the Old Testament, the people that were a little outside of that. Hey, you know what I want to tell you? There's this big mystery. Boom, Christ. That's it. That's all it is. Like, everything I just said about his centrality and about you being alienated, like all the stuff Paul talked about. He's like, bro, everything I just talked about, that's the mystery. If you're going to tell anyone about anything, that's what it is. There's really cool stuff in the Old Testament. That was a whole build-up to this, to reveal this mystery, Christ in you. The mystery of salvation, the beauty that he would do all the stuff we just talked about. That's the mystery. That's what it comes down to. So, yeah, I just really like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, one I thought was pretty cool, just talk about who Paul is for a second. I mean, again, he's a guy who wrote almost over half the New Testament.
He's Hemi Neutron.
Like, if there's a day you die and you go up to heaven and you can meet people, he's probably like top 5.
He's, other than like
Top 3.
Anyone in the Trinity, other than anyone in that. So if it's not the Father, the Son, or the Holy Spirit, boy, I'm meeting Paul, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm meeting Paul.
Like, he's that guy. People would probably like, I think he would put like a bunch of preachers today like to just shame. Like, he's just that guy.
The amount of letters he would write.
Bro was writing in prison. The amount of letters, dog. Can you see a Paul on TikTok? A Paul on Instagram?
Paul would get banned for sure on all social media platforms.
Hey, y'all see what Washington D.C.'s doing now?
Absolute heresy! Like, oh my gosh.
And I think what's so neat is like at the end of this chapter, however he was writing it, because I don't know if he wrote in chapters when he was writing them letters.
At the end of this series of thoughts.
At the end of this, series of thoughts, he made sure to include this statement that I think is super powerful. Mm-hmm. And it's something that I think shows that the humility of him. Yeah. He says, I labor for this, striving with strength that works powerfully in me. Sorry. Striving with his strength that works powerfully in me. Mm-hmm. I read that completely wrong. I was thinking of something. And so it's like, it's not Paul saying like, yeah, dude, I work for this because I give myself this strength. Yeah. Like, I'm doing this. Like, it's like, no, like Paul is sitting there in prison writing a letter to these people that he's heard about that's doing good and telling them all these things. And it's like, you know what, bro? Like, I do this. Like, I'm Hemi Neutron.
Oh, he's him.
But I don't do it off of me, on my accord. Like, I do it because the blood of Christ has covered me and allows me to do it.
Yeah, like the modern day translation would be like, I'm only Hemi Neutron because I know Hemi Neutron.
Right.
Like, it's Hemi Neutron that lives through me. Like.
And so the thing is, bro, is like, you might not be a Paul. Like, I'm not going to be like, we're not going to be Pauls. Like,
Unless
I guarantee you.
it'd be a little blasphemous to write half the New Testament nowadays.
That's
So
what I'm saying. Like, I
hope none
guarantee
of
you,
us are Paul.
if there's like a newer testament or something coming out in the 100
I was like,
years,
I want to be Paul. I was like, I'm thinking someone's talking about evangelism and all this savage stuff. They just write half a New Testament and just publish it. It's like, whoa, bro.
so that's what I'm saying. Like that's not, probably not your calling in life.
No.
But the fact of the matter is like this still remains the same for you. Is like the power and the strength that you get comes from Jesus to spread His word because of what He's been able to do for you.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to what we were just talking about. Like, it is only Him. There is no one else in the equation or the solution or the math problem or the science problem or the reading problem. There's nothing else in any problem you could put into. It's only Him.
Yeah, and I think just listening to what we've been saying, like, it sounds repetitive, super repetitive, but it's
that's
like
because
that,
it's true.
that is the like that's it.
Like,
That is
that'd be
the
like
only.
if you asked me to give a 50-minute podcast on 2 + 2 = 4. You probably hear me say a lot of times that 2 + 2 = 4. Why? Because that's the most important thing that I could ever tell you in a podcast about 2 + 2 = 4. And in a podcast where we're talking about Jesus and trying to get you to know Him, the most important thing we can talk about is Him. And it's the reality that you can't do it. Because that's, like we just talked about in James, the biggest step to salvation is the humility in understanding you need to be saved. And Paul exemplifies that in, whoa, I've never used, what just exemplifies? Oh my gosh.
All right, so before he starts doing
I
these
have
random
never
crazy
used
words
that word
again,
in my life. Sorry, all right, my fault. Paul
yeah.
shows that in the way that he is a savage. He is that guy. Like, he would get beat and, like, absolutely obliterated physically and go right back to the same city and preach the gospel. Like, he is him.
Yeah.
And then he says, no, bro, it's His strength in me that allows me to do this. And yet again, if Paul, someone that we look up to in the New Testament or just in the whole Bible, said that, bro, it ain't your boy, it's Him, then it's definitely not going to be us in anything we do in our lives. It's always going to be Him. So, yeah, my gosh, I've never used that word in my life.
Anyways, well, yeah, so that is.
I just find new words. This is something that's been like.
Scott.
I find so many new words. Some of them I don't know what they mean when I say them, and then we find out later. But like other ones, like
that's why I just stopped carrying the MacBook, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Find out
if
later.
he carries the MacBook, then it's like we have to figure out what I just said live. It's like, no, bro. Like,
yeah,
we got to figure that out later, and then we'll just see.
Anyways, so yeah, that is that. You can't do it. Jesus did it through you,
bro.
And again, this is not like a discouragement that you can't be like Paul. Like, you definitely have the ability to do things.
Yeah, you can be like Paul, because what did he say? He relied on Christ's strength. We can all do that. Like, now,
I mean, you can't write half the New Testament.
No, not that.
But
no,
I am saying,
that's
but I am
absolutely
saying,
blasphemy. Yeah.
But I am saying, like, you do have the same ability and the same power that lived in Paul that can live in you.
Yes.
And I think you can find comfort and knowledge in that, and also strength in that, because that is what gave Paul the ability to write these letters, to talk to these people. And not only is that, like, Paul says that. Like, that's not me just pulling that from the air. Like, Paul literally just said that.
Yeah, he just said everything that I'm doing, all the labor that I do is through Christ in me. It's through His strength. And that's what the Bible talks about, like the same power that raised Christ from the dead. I mean, lives in you. And so when you submit in humility to Him, that may not lead to all the stuff Paul did, but it's going to lead to you having that same power, which is Christ. And whether that leads to evangelism, hopefully it doesn't lead to writing a New Testament, but
the Newer Testament just adds
the newest Testament, but hopefully and prayerfully, if you submit to Him, you well, not hopefully, you will have that same power that Paul had and that raised Christ from the dead.
Yeah. So, I hope is that as an encouragement to you and not a discouragement, because you.
But something you can do on your own is you can tithe, because if you don't do that, you're gonna go to hell.
Anyways, so that's all we have for you for this one. Next time we'll be talking about chapter 2.
We just have to.
We are so glad you tuned in this far. We really hope you had a great video viewing experience. Hope the podcast was beautiful for you guys and your listening experience. Sorry, I'm just like absolutely floored right now. He said that comment.
Floored, bro. You bring it up half the time too. I just double down on what you bring up.
Well, I brought it up and you like slam dunked it.
Well, that's the goal. Bro.
Anyways, that's it for this one. We love you guys. Appreciate you.
Peace out, Rainbow Trout.